In 2010, advocates for our region's waterways knew things had to change. With a long history of industrial pollution, chronic disinvestment, and crumbling infrastructure, the streams and rivers that flow into the Baltimore Harbor were in bad shape. Knowing that no single group or program could heal our waters, they joined forces. With the support of community members and funders, the dedicated staff and volunteers of the Jones Falls, Gwynns Falls, Herring Run, and Baltimore Harbor Watershed Associations, and the Baltimore Harbor Waterkeeper, navigated an unprecedented merger to become one of the most significant environmental voices in our region. Together, as Blue Water Baltimore, we have fought for the past decade for the rights of all those who live in our watershed, to live along clean waterways and to organize as strong communities to restore and protect our most precious natural resources. This is the story of what is possible when committed people decide to change the world together. Our work today is as multifaceted and strategic as our founding was, and we still believe we can only be successful when we work together. The Blue Water Baltimore movement is stopping pollution at the source. Led by your Baltimore Harbor Waterkeeper, Blue Water Baltimore is our waterway's first line of defense against pollution. Through consistent, scientifically rigorous monitoring, we have built a decade of publicly available data that help us understand what's in the water and what's working to heal it. From Owings Mills to past the Key Bridge, that's over 141,000 readings collected, analyzed, and shared. Along with resident reporters, our team investigates, holds polluters accountable, and organizes with local and state regulators to enforce water quality laws. Through legal action, policy change, and public information campaigns, our community fights every day to stop pollution. To make lasting change, we have to work upstream of problems. That's why the Blue Water Baltimore movement is also rebuilding the natural environment for future resiliency. Our region's industrial past, aging infrastructure, and growing population, combined with climate change, lead to bigger rainstorms, faster flooding, and more contaminants being swept into storm drains. While we work to limit pollutants, we also use the Earth's own healing strategies wherever we can. By working together with our neighbors to plant trees, shrubs, and other native species, install rain gardens and cisterns, and remove hard surfaces, we change stormwater's course, allowing it to return more slowly and naturally to the ground. From multi-year restoration projects in communities like Belair Edison and Greater Mondawmin, to the MedStar Harbor Hospital campus, to rain barrel making workshops in neighborhoods, to street tree planting projects, all of our greening happens in partnership with volunteers and communities. Together, we've planted more than 21,000 trees, which not only improve our water, but also cool, oxygenate, and uplift the neighborhoods where they grow. Free tree giveaways and our Herring Run nursery allow everyone to be part of the solution right where they live, sending native plants home with gardeners, homeowners, and new environmental advocates. Together, we're managing thousands of gallons of stormwater each time it rains. That's just one way the Blue Water Baltimore movement is inspiring and connecting people to continue the fight. This work is too big and too important to go it alone. Every new tree, every improved water quality score, every changed law is the result of thousands of people working together. Volunteers have always been the heart of Blue Water Baltimore, and more than 6,000 everyday people have pulled on a pair of gloves, picked up the phone, or waded through a stream with us over the years. They have tapped us to help transform their neighborhoods and congregations. They show up at City Hall and in Annapolis by the busload, and work with us late into the night on pollution investigations. Our community has provided the critical funding we need to grow through more than 10,000 individual gifts and grants. In the last few years, our smallest community members have been a big focus. New eco-literacy and education programs bring the wonder of water into classrooms, libraries, and living rooms, while helping learners of all ages understand their place in the natural world and in this growing movement.
We've come a long way, and there is much more to do together.
In the past 10 years, we've seen neighbors become leaders and inspire others.
We have begun to see some promising water quality improvements.
And our community has grown beyond 20,000. Together, we are beginning to turn the tide.
The Blue Water Baltimore movement is proof that we have the right to hope.
That strong communities can indeed change the world.
And that our environment is not beyond repair.
But it will take all of us to hope, to be bold, and to work together. Thank you for being part of the Blue Water Baltimore movement.